Hello, my lovelies, and happy March and Pisces season. Just a quick few announcements. I have a new service launching this month. Signups are available now on my website. It's called Siren Gang. As you can see, you get mid-month readings, you get a weekly energy report starting this Sunday, this first Sunday in March, as well as a discount on all my services all the time. Link in the description box if you're interested in that, and you can check it out. Also, the first 3 people to sign up for this service will get one of these 3 charms mailed to them from Gray Baby Gallery. Also, I'm doing a giveaway on my Instagram with Gray Baby Gallery, where if you tag a friend and you follow me and you follow her on Instagram, you will be put in a raffle to win one of the charms you see here. That post is going to go up on March 1st and it will get cut off on the midnight, March 4th. So @_spiritual siren to get in on that, and you might want to turn on your notifications so you don't miss it. Also, for my NYC tri-state area fam, I know a lot of you voted for a weekend in June, but because of Father's Day and all this other stuff, it just wasn't going to happen. So I am coming to you on Sunday, May 27th, which is Memorial Day weekend. I have the venue all booked, and I will definitely be there. I also will be taking private readings on that Saturday and Monday, that Memorial Day. If you want to be the first one to know when those time slots and tickets drop, go to the link below and go to my website and sign up for that email so that you're the first to be notified. All that stuff will be dropping on the spring equinox on March 20th. And lastly, all my California stuff is on sale. Okay, so again, link in the description. I love you all. Let's get into the readings. Pisces, happy birthday. Of course, it's your season, and you got a lot to say. All of these cards came out before I could even finish my shuffling prayer. So, first I want to say, it's like time is of the essence, but also don't rush. Okay, I know that's contradictory, but I do see you contemplating new beginnings and struggling, especially as when it comes to where money meets your emotional alignment. Meaning, it's like, can I do all this just for a job, just for financial gain, just for 3D matrix level security? And where does my mental health play into that? Where does my emotional health play into that? Where does the overall health of my being merge? Okay. On the under all of this, we have Judgment and the Lovers. So there's a huge decision that you need to make, right? 4 of Swords that you're contemplating. Okay. And that's why I say don't rush, but this does need your attention. So it's like, don't make a snap decision, but this really, really needs your attention, okay? You may have started down a path that you're seeing now is not potentially as beneficial as you had hoped, okay? I feel like you're rethinking the entire direction of your life, especially as it relates to your job and how that job or what you'd want to do to gain money, or what you'd want to do with the bulk of your time, because that's the thing. We spend most of our time at work. We spend most of our time doing something that gains wealth primarily, right? Unless we're a homemaker or whatever. So we need to really think about how the space that we spend every day really affects our overall well-being. And these cards, the angels on top look so similar to me today. And I'm getting this very lighthearted feeling. Like once you make this decision, Pisces, a lot of weight will come off your chest. Also, for some of you, this is about having just as much of a business life, like a traditional, work type life, as much as you have a social life, as much as you have a love life. Okay, like there needs to be balance in all things. And you're getting a chance to re-examine all the choices you've made and all the pathways you've taken before Aries season gets initiated. And we're all going to be going through this, but you're going to go through this more. And it's interesting because I just picked up a piece of Lemurian seed crystal recently when I was away. And I don't really want to work with any other stone right now because it's been so clearly shown to me that what we're all working on right now is future timeline alignment. Meaning there are multiple timelines that are playing out and there are multiple doors that are open for all of us. And technically all of them, you know, are good for us and all of them will take us to our ultimate destination. However, that's why Judgment in the Lovers is here, because you have a choice to change your course that will clear a different set of karma. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are quantum jumping, and the striations on the Lemurian seed crystal speak to timelines. Technically past timelines, but Lemurians were a lot more future forward than we are today. So it's really, it's a collage of the past and the present and the future all getting, you know, aligned. Now with the Five of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles, again, there's this struggle that no one can win when it comes to what you want to do with money. What you want to do to take an opportunity forward. Please know it's a lose-lose battle. And I think that if you try to intellectualize this choice, you will continue to feel at a loss. With the Page of Wands in the center and the Two of Pentacles, it's saying that in order to find the balance that you are needing, and again, to not only feel secure, but also feel emotionally supported, you need to dig into your inner child. And you need to dig into that part of you that is inspired, that part of you that is fun-loving, that part of you that is free. Okay? Tap in to that freedom spark, that free, untamable energy. Okay? And with the Hanged Man in the Ace of Cups here, now's not the time necessarily to take action on romantic relationships. But again, you do need to look at, what do I care about? What really makes me feel rejuvenated? What really makes me feel whole, right? And ultimately, it's not going to come from outside of yourself technically, but until we choose and understand, like, okay, this makes me feel depleted, this makes me feel, you know, like I'm stuck, this makes me feel whatever, we're not going to be able to make that move, okay? I do like this energy for you though, Pisces. I can feel that you, like Virgo, after having all those eclipses in the last 3 years, have really shifted. And you may not have fully shifted, but the time is now, okay? So let's get into your whole spread. All right, Pisces. So this is definitely overall a focus still, I feel on career, but more, not even just career, like life path, okay? It is your birthday, and we always get very contemplative around our birthday. And it's interesting because, ooh, I just got the chills. Whew. All right. So I feel like Spirit is throwing a bucket of cold water on you. Like, what was that challenge that everyone was doing online a couple years ago where you get, you get a bucket of ice water dumped on you? That's what I feel like just happened. Okay. Whew. All right. So the thing about now, again, the word baptism also came to me. There's a stripping away of anything and everything. And think about how brave one has to be in general to opt in to getting a ice cold bucket of water dumped on you. But that's also a form of a wake-up call. I feel like whatever you have refused to pay attention to, like, these are all things that you have known. On some level, you have known them for a while. And there's just this undercurrent of you can't dismiss your own needs and your own truth any longer. And even though there's a lot of cups cards here, I do feel like overall this is about soul acknowledgement and understanding that we cannot evade the matrix, right? We cannot evade the physical 3D reality. All we can do is open ourselves completely up to acknowledging and living our truth while in this dimension. That is why we're here, okay? So we can't escape And, you know, a lot of us, sometimes we choose jobs or we choose lifestyles that allow us to kind of be checked out half of the time because it's easier, right? It's like, okay, well, I collect this paycheck. I live a, you know, a modest life, and I'm fine with that because I can be with my head in the clouds, and that's cool with me. But you're realizing that that's no longer going to work, okay? We have the Knight of Swords, the overall energy for this month, and these are just revelations. I feel like revelations coming from other people. This can also be harsh comments coming from other people. I feel like some of you are going to get a harsh wake-up call that's going to feel like, again, you got that ice-cold water dumped on you, and it's going to be really uncomfortable. But at the end of the day, you're going to be thankful that it happened, okay? So what Spirit is asking you to release is the Empress with the rune Protection and the Six of Cups. Now, for some of you, more so masculine energy, and this doesn't necessarily mean that you're a man, but it could be even women that operate more in their masculine energy. I feel like for a good portion of you, in some way or another, your mother protects you. And not just in the traditional sense of how mothers are, you know, protective, but it's like in your childhood, they spent a lot of time shielding you from life's harsh realities, okay? And as you've gotten older and you go out into the world, you're like, this is too abrasive for me. This is too hard for me. This is too jarring for me. And not to, of course, invalidate your feelings. Our feelings are our feelings and they're always valid. However, we would not be here if we were not able to handle what is, you know, the energy that is being thrown at us. So there's this realization that we may not have our security blanket anymore, but that does not mean that we don't have the ability to protect ourselves. Like, this is about being your own Empress energy, okay? Because what's interesting is Empress energy is all about receiving, and it's all about knowing your worth and sitting very tall in the reality that anything that I need is there for me as long as I claim it to be mine. If I claim that I am deserving of something, it arrives, okay? So this could be the tendency to, you need someone else to co-sign something for you before you claim it, or you want someone to intervene in what you receive or aid in what you receive. There's this passivity that you need to release, because with the Six of Cups here, I don't really feel like this is like old lovers or anything like that. This does not feel romantic to me. It could have a romantic tone to it, I guess, but this just doesn't feel that way to me. I feel like this is no longer shielding yourself from your own personal ability to draw in whatever it is that you desire, and no longer needing another person to kind of go fishing for you. It's like you've been used to people delivering things to you versus first you saying, I am worthy, therefore I cast the net and you know, bring in my own abundance. Okay? And this goes back to since you were a child. There is something that has been going on in your life where a maternal figure has somehow made you dependent on them. And that maybe manifests now as you know, needing other people to again do things for you, or you just wanting people to do things for you, or you think that life would be easier if they did. But I just want you to know that you can claim your power at any time. Okay? Again, with the Six of Cups here, this talks about the past, and it can talk about the deep past, again, like past lives. And going back to this crystal here, it's important that we remember that everything is happening in the now, essentially. Okay? We can feel emotions that are ancient, and at the same time, you know, bring our soul fragment from that timeline into the now. So if you have experienced some form of limitation in terms of what you believe is possible for you, I highly suggest you doing some form of meditation about reclaiming your inner child, because there's a part of you that is craving some level of nurturing that you think you can't give yourself, but you can. Okay? All things are possible when we claim our power. Okay? But if we say, no, I need XYZ to happen first, or I need XYZ person to bring it in for me, it's going to be really difficult. So when you're having conversations with people, really ask yourself, Am I coming from a place of empowerment, or am I coming from a place of acting out an old soul truth that is currently outdated? Okay. The door that's not open that was once closed. We have the Tower. And the Ten of Swords. On the Ten of Swords, we have the rune Constraint. Now, again, this speaks of restriction, right? This speaks of what has restricted you from having that full-blown realization, that full-blown radical shift in understanding, having your beliefs really blown out the water, is you have been refusing to completely surrender to it, okay? There's this truth. Again, there has been this truth that's been knocking at your door. And when I forgot to mention, when I finished this spread, I had this like pain in my left temple, just my left temple. And I literally felt like it was spirit knocking, like with one finger on your head. Like, come on, get it in your head already. Get it in your head already. Get it in your head already. Even if we ask for signs, even if we ask for direction, we have the right to turn a blind eye to what we are being shown, okay? That is the whole nuance and paradox that is free will. So if you want a revelation, if you want a rapid shift in your reality, you have to surrender to the fact that you do not have all the answers and that faith will be required in order for you to break these chains. If you want to feel completely free and completely, you know, in alignment with your own truth, you need to acknowledge that resistance is constraint. That not being willing to yield, right, to spirit and say, you know what, the only thing I can control is myself. So today I yield over to my higher self and my oversoul, and I give myself over. You know, ask your higher self to intervene. Like, no non-physical party can intervene in your life unless it's like you're about to die and you weren't supposed to type thing. Unless you give them permission. Because there's a rapid shift and rapid change in what you believe to be true for yourself and your life path that has been beckoning you. And it's like you keep holding on to this old story. This feels like a story, this Ten of Swords. It's a mentality. It's like, well, I can't. Well, I can't. Well, I can't. This isn't going to change. These are like buts, no's, can't, won't. Okay, notice how the stars and the outcome. Through faith, all things are possible. Okay? Through being willing to step into the unknown with both feet. Okay, so my cat is wilding right now. Wilding. And that sounded like the Tower. Whew. Oh. Through stepping into the unknown with both feet, all things are possible. We cannot continue to toe the line. Okay, that's what it is. You cannot continue to toe the line. You have to go all in, right? Now is the time. Your current energy as it relates to all of this, in your head, we have the Four of Pentacles. In your heart, we have the Eight of Cups with the rune Love. And in your foundation, we have the Six of Wands. Now, I know I said I don't think this reading is about love. And, of course, romantic love is only one of many, many, many expressions of love in general. So with the Eight of Cups in your heart and the rune Love here, I feel like you're really shifting the paradigm on how you identify with love. And I feel you're leaving behind old expressions of love, especially ones, again, that go back to the feminine archetypes that you have seen in your life. The way that you saw your mother interact with your father, the way you saw your aunts and your cousins or whoever. Whatever women were around you since you were a child, they gave you some level of understanding of either how to deal with women, you know, as a man, or if you are a woman, how to express your own energy, okay? And you're having a change of heart that is calling you to leave behind, again, this old adage, okay? There's just something that has been limiting to you. There's this belief that you either, you know, it's like you can't have everything. And that is a lie. We can have everything if we deem ourselves worthy of it all. The idea of self-sacrifice is ancient and it is dying. Okay, and you need to claim that for yourself. With the Four of Pentacles in your head, obviously you are craving and wanting to be secure. You know, we all want some stable ground to stand on, but it's imperative that you also make sure that you're not holding on to things merely because you're afraid of what would happen if you let go. Because the longer we cling to something, the more it slips through our fingers. That which is ours can never be lost. Okay? And nothing outside of ourselves is ours. Okay? And we don't want to believe that, because we all want to feel like we have a hold on something. Okay? But all we can really get a hold on is our own energy. So if there are things that are outside of yourself that are consistently shifting, like sand, okay? Like how in the desert, when the wind blows, like all those piles of sand are constantly shifting and shape-shifting, right? If we want to find security, if we want to find our roots, we have to do our own digging, okay? And the security that you seek is knowing yourself. With the Six of Wands in your foundation, success is your birthright, okay? Being recognized for the person that you are, for your own personal truth, is your birthright. And moving forward is part of everyone's path if we allow it, okay? Success is imminent if you're willing to leave behind this old attachment to what loving yourself is too, okay? Loving yourself is never sucking it up and bearing, just like bearing face, saving face. Loving yourself is always honoring yourself. And again, like I was saying in the beginning, honoring your mental health, honoring your own physical health, honoring your own security and your own stability. And again, nobody can grant that for you. Okay? So don't hold on to these limiting old stories. Our past is our past. It delivered us here so that we can have a better understanding of what not to do. Okay? Spirit's advice for you, which I really love. We have the King of Cups with both the Sun and the Queen of Wands. And the rune that we have on the Sun is disruption. So I feel you are the King of Cups. For some of you, if there's a romantic tone here, this could be that you've allowed other people to disrupt your happiness, especially people that are either not a part of your relationship, or if you're single. This could be like your partner, or excuse me, if you were single, I said, right? This could be if you're single, like other people appear to you like they have a lot more fun and freedom in their life, and you just don't really feel like you have that. Okay? Now, with the King of Cups here, I don't shuffle for reversals, so in general, the King of Cups is my favorite king. However, in this case, I feel like he's too passive about what makes him happy. Okay, so again, happiness is yours to claim. Self-expression is yours to claim. Nobody technically can disrupt your peace, okay, if it's not up on the table for sale. With the Queen of Wands here, if you want to reclaim your happy life, right, your peace, your self-expression, your inner child, okay, again, you need to be free. Love is freedom. Love is not possession. Love is not ownership. Love is not sacrifice. Love is freedom. Honoring yourself is freedom. Anything that is for you will make you feel free. And you will still choose it. Okay? Like, for those of you that watched my eclipse video, I talk about in there how we all have a very long ingrained truth on if we wouldn't die for something, it's not for us. It's not worth giving our life to it. But how much more expansive is the idea that we could live without somebody, yet we still choose them? The Queen of Wands says, your inner fire and your passion is the only way to reclaim your freedom. your happiness, okay? Don't let anybody else come in and tell you how to live your life, okay? Because people are going to try to give you advice on what your future should look like. Potentially, you know, a fire sign. But again, that's a dead end. That's a dead end because nobody lives your life but you. They may mean well, but they just don't know. You know what I mean? They just don't know. And this could be your mother. Again, other women in your life. Doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. This is definitely you. Okay? But if you want to be free, then you have to do what makes you feel free. Okay? The most likely outcome as we move into April is the Star with the rune Success and the King of Pentacles with the rune Journey. If you want to feel financially secure and feel like, again, nothing can be taken from you, like you are a master of the physical realm, like you have the security and the comfortability on your journey, then you need to be willing to chase your dreams. And your dreams may have changed, okay, from what you originally thought them to be, going back to the Judgment and the Lovers in the beginning. It's okay if your dreams have changed. But if you have faith that what you're hearing yourself being called to, then go. Okay? Because this is something that is very real and practical with the King of Pentacles. And it doesn't matter if it's not, yeah, we have the Death card. It's something that you're not doing right now. So it may not seem practical, right? It may not seem like it's a practical journey, but if it's something that's in alignment with your spiritual truth, then it will be. Okay, so be willing to be vulnerable. Be willing to do whatever is right for you without a cosign. Okay, that's imperative. You have to be able to do it all without a cosign, without anyone else's opinion. Okay, yes, we can ask around, but that's only going to add fuel to a fire that we don't even have control of right now. Okay, nobody knows what's in your heart but you, Pisces. And we have 2 affirmations for you. My heart is open. I speak with loving words. I am comfortably looking in the mirror saying, I love you. I really love you. So again, choosing yourself, loving yourself, because nobody else can do that for you. Today, no person, place, or thing can irritate or annoy me. I choose to be at peace. I am neither too little nor too much, and I do not have to prove myself to anyone. Again, we don't need a cosign. If it's in your heart, if you know that it will benefit your mental, spiritual, physical health, okay, you need to do it. All right? I love you guys. I'll be back soon. Peace.